What's up guys, I am of course the Joker, and today I am bringing you my Cyberse Link budget deck profile, only using the 3 structure decks. That's why it's on a budget. And of course you guys actually requested me to build this Cyberse deck profile. That's why I'm happy to build it. You know, I said in my last opening of this, you know, if you want me to build a budget deck profile of this, just comment below, and of course I'll be happy to build it, because it's a really fun deck to play. And this is just a few ideas that I came up with for the deck. You know, it's really fun to play. This is just my personal build. You don't have to follow this build exactly. This is just a template that you can use, that if you want to build this deck, it can really help you out. And of course, towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some test hands you can do with this deck. Test hands that lead into some combos that you can do with this deck. So if you want to check that out, make sure to stay tuned to the very end. Of course, before I get into this deck, I am going to say this right now, that if you guys want me to build a Cyberse / Link Strike budget deck profile, feel free to comment down below. Of course, I'll be happy to build that as well. Or if you guys just want me to build a more expensive Cyberse deck profile using the cards that I currently have, I'll also be happy to do that. Just feel free to comment down below. Of course, any deck that you guys want me to build, half the time I'm happy to build it and able to build it. Either way, one way or another, on the computer or doing it like this. But without further ado, let's just get right into this deck profile. So for the monster lineup, what I'm running is that triple Dual Assemble Worm. Dual Assemble Worm is just absolutely amazing. It's a powerhouse in the deck. You know, you can special summon him from your hand or graveyard simply by banishing Cyberse monsters from your field or hand, which is just absolutely great, and it pulls off a lot of combos through that. This card would have been even better if you can special summon it by banishing Cyberse monsters from your graveyard, but you know, Konami didn't make it like that, because otherwise it would have been way too powerful if it was like that. But it's still a really nice card to play, and it is a powerhouse card. Then I'm running the triple Boot. Now Boot is a really nice card. Boot can just be special summon when you normal summon a Cyberse monster, which happens a lot in this deck. I mean, a lot of the cards are of course Cyberse cards, that's why it's the Cyberse Link deck profile on a budget. So this card is just easily able to be brought out, and it's just absolutely great at being a powerhouse as well. A lot of the cards that are just easy to bring out is just a powerhouse. That's the great part with this deck. I mean, it's a deck that you can easily just pick up, put together using the structure decks, and for anyone that's a beginner in the game, it can really help you out. Like, that's absolutely amazing that Konami does this, and I really hope they make more structure decks like this, because it can really help a lot of the beginners out, and just even long-term players in general. But anyway, moving on, I am running that triple Balancer Lord, and Balancer Lord has an awesome effect of paying 1,000 to do an additional summon. Now I want to say this right now, because I can't stress it enough, I don't want people to make this mistake that other people might. I mean, Balancer Lord's effect is only once per turn. Now I want to clarify this. You can normal summon him, pay 1,000. That means you can do an additional summon. Now you can do this additional summon any time in your turn. But even if you bring out a Balancer Lord, a second Balancer Lord, you cannot use that second Balancer Lord's effect to pay 1,000 to do another additional summon. It's not like you can go double summon. That's not a thing that we can do. So of course, that's what you can't do with Balancer Lord. I can't stress that enough. I mean, it's a great card to play at 3, but you can't stack the field doing that. And that's why I just really wanted to say right now, like, you can't do that, but it's still an amazing card. And I mean, if you're still confused on that, feel free to comment down below. I'll be happy to elaborate on what I mean by that and help you guys out, because that's just what I'm here to do. And the other effect is, when this card is banished, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. And it doesn't even have to be a Cyberse monster, so that's absolutely great with this deck. But moving on from that, with the monster lineup, I'm running the triple Secretary, and Secretary is absolutely amazing. I mean, you can special summon her just by controlling a generic Cyberse monster, or just any Cyberse monster on the field. You can special summon her out. You can only use her effect once per turn, but I run her at 3 because I like seeing her as quick as I can. I mean, you can do so many plays with Balancer Lord, doing additional summons, special summon Secretary, and just go for so many plays from there. And then I'm running that triple Dot Scaper. Now the reason I'm running triple of this card and not just 2 is because I like bringing out this card as much as I can. I mean, I'm going to be banishing a lot, I'm going to be sending it to the grave. Now, I do know that you can only use one of its effects once per turn, and only once per duel. Now, knowing that, I still like running him at 3 in this particular build. I mean, if I built it in another deck, I would have run him at 2. But in this particular build, I mean, I'm banishing that much, I'm sending so much to the grave, that I really want to make sure I resolve both his effects as much as possible. So that's why I run him at 3. Then I'm running the double Rom Cloudier, and the reason I'm running double Rom Cloudier is the fact of being able to add back to my hand when he's normal summoned so what I mean by this is when he's normal summoned, if you don't already know, you get to add a Cyberse monster from your graveyard back to your hand, as well as when he's sent to the graveyard by either battle or card effect, you get to special summon a Cyberse monster from your deck apart from itself that's level 4 or lower. And then for the last Cyberse monster in this deck that I'm running, I chose to go for that one Stack Reviver. Stack Reviver is only, of course, a once per duel effect card, but it's still really nice. Being able to cycle those link materials that you just used to go for more link summons is just absolutely great. But I mean, of course, it is only once per duel, so I wouldn't be running more than one of this card. Then for the cards that are not Cyberse but are really useful in this deck, I chose to go for that triple Jester Conflict. Now, there are so many reasons I chose to run 3 of this card. I mean, he's a clown card, you can put him in any deck, plus he's just absolutely great. I mean, you can special summon him, use him for a link material, and now that you don't control one currently on the field, you get to special summon another, and then you can do that, and then you get to special another. So and it's not even a once per turn effect. I don't know why you wouldn't run 3 of these. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't think anyone's run 3 of these at this point of time. I mean, I haven't even seen a Cyberse deck on this apart from one that I saw recently. But I mean, apart from that, like, even that deck wasn't even running triple of these. But I mean, triple of this is just absolutely amazing. So that's why I'm running triple of that. I mean, seriously, pick this card up. I mean, it can even help you a lot. And I mean, Go Through is now limited, or pretty much is basically about to be limited, where I am. So it's probably going to get limited where you are, depending on whenever the 6 is for you. But I mean, just a conflict can really help out your decks if you want to run that instead. And then I'm running that double Mathematician. Now, double Mathematician, the reason I'm running that is because you can either send your Dot to the grave, resolve him, special summon him, go for a link play, and that's because straight away you've got 2 monsters on the field. Or you can send the last monster in this deck that I run, which is Glow Up Bulb. You can either send this card to the grave, use its effect, special summon. So there's so many ways you can just use Mathematician that can really help you out. So that's why I'm running double of him. And plus, when he's destroyed, I mean, by battle or card effects, you could just get to draw, which is just absolutely amazing. Sorry, just by battle. But when he's sent to the graveyard by battle, you get to get that +1 draw, which is just absolutely amazing. Then moving on from that, for the spell lineup, I'm running that triple Sign Etch backdoor because it just opens up more plays to be, banishing one of your cards, either it be your Dot and go for those plays, special summon, or you choose to use your one that allows you special summon from your hand, which of course is your Lord. So there's so many plays you can do with this card. It's just absolutely amazing. And plus, you get him back next turn, so either way, it's just really great. Then I'm running triple Gold Sarcophagus, pretty much for the same reason. I mean, you get to banish either your Balancer or your Dot. So there's a lot of ways you can banish Dot in this deck, and either Balancer. So that's why I like running this card at 3. And plus, if you want to store him for long enough, you can get that card back into your hand, no problems. Then I actually chose to run double Cosmic Cyclone with this deck. We got the third, I got the third anyway, but I chose not to run the third, honestly because when I was playtesting this deck, doing some test hands, I felt I kept on getting Cosmic Cyclone way too much, and I wasn't getting the monsters I needed. That's why I took out the one Cosmic Cyclone and put up Glow Up Bulb. So I mean, if you don't want to run Glow Up Bulb, that's perfectly fine, put in the Cosmic Cyclone, but this is just a personal build that I came up with. This is just my personal choice. You don't have to build it exactly like this, but this is just a build that really can work and really does play the deck quite well. And then for the last 2 spells in this deck, I'm running that one Soul Charge and that one Mind Control. Taking control of your opponent's monster and just bring back your own is just absolutely always useful, and that's why it's just absolutely great. And then moving on to the last part of the main deck, which of course is the trap lineup. Now I'm only running 6 traps in this deck, of course, which is the triple Dimensional Barrier. The fact that this card is now open to all of you as a common, I want to see this card being played a lot more. I like seeing this card being played sometimes. But I mean, now everyone can easily get a playset of this card because it's not just in Secret Rare. You can stop either those fusions, synchros, pendulums, and I think pendulums is going to become OP now that Spiral's got hit, so be expected to see a lot of Pendulum Magician decks, so definitely make sure to pick up this card, especially against those decks. And I mean, it's just absolutely great to see. And then for the last trap, I'm running that triple Storming Mirror Force for that protection. It's as easy as that, and that's why I run it. Then moving on to the last part of this deck, which of course is the extra deck. Now, because it's the budget deck, we're just going to be running triple of everything, and that's triple Encode, triple Tri-Gate Wizard, and triple Binary Sorceress. That's because it's the budget, you know, you're running triple of every single one. I mean, there are so many other cards you can run with this deck. You could choose to run Swamp Mirror, which is this card right here. This was another card I was considering because, I mean, you get to special summon one, but it's a trap, so I really wanted to try and make this more of a OTK, or just spam the board as much as you can and as quick as you can kind of build. That's what I've been able to accomplish. And of course, if you guys want to see this deck in action of the test hands, that's what's about to come up right now. So here we go with that. Okay, so here we go. I'm just doing a quick last minute shuffle. Now let's assume that with this deck we are going second. So that's what I'm just going to be drawing. Let's hope that I actually got something kind of decent. I mean, with this hand you always get something pretty good. And what we got with this was that one Boost Staggered, the one Dotscaper, the one Storming Mirror Force, Mathematician, Cosmic Cyclone, and Soul Charge. So, I mean, there are a few plays we can do with this if you really wanted to. So, I'm just going to show you guys a quick and easy combo that you can easily do with this. I mean, you can go Dotscaper, that allows you to special summon Staggered. Then you could easily link these two, go for Binary Sorceress, Binary Source, and because you did the whole Dotscaper, you can always special summon that back. Then you can always go Binary Sorceress and that, special summon into your E-Code Talker if you really want to do that, and set one face down. And assuming if you did or didn't want to attack, you can always go Soul Charge and bring them back and go for more plays. But I mean, that's just one play that you can do. So that's just easily bring out one Eco Talker right there. But I mean, if you want to do the other play, you can easily also do this kind of thing. So I mean, instead of bringing that out, you could also go, you know what, I'm going to go Mathematician, send... I mean, this is more of the B grade to the grave. Dotscaper, this is not going to get you as much. But I mean, it's just one play you can easily do. Use Dotscaper, bring him back, or you could even, if you want to be even more special or try and test your luck, you could send your blow up bulb to the graveyard, which of course is right here. So there we go. So let's send that blow up bulb to the graveyard, shuffle the deck a little bit, and of course we're just going to have some fun with this. This is just, you know, just risking it all. So we go blow up bulb, and then we just use his effect, mill the top one, which is Balancer Lord, special summons that back. I mean, you can do a play there for just use those two and go for Binary Sorcerer. So of course, the first play was a lot better. I mean, you can always go Soul Charge, bring them back, and then you could go, like, from here we could go Soul Charge, pay to bring back all three of them if you really wanted to. Use Balancer Lord's effect to do an additional normal summon Dotscaper. That allows us to special summon Staggered. And from here we can do just so many different plays. Like, we've already got Cosmic Cyclone in the grave. We paid 3,000. We've got that Storming Mirror Force face down. So, I mean, we're just going to have some fun right here. So, let's just, you know, send Dotscaper and Binary to the grave. That gives us E-Code. Then, let's use these two to go for Binary Sorceress. Or, if you want it to be a little bit different, you know, you can always just go, keep that one on the field, use these three, and just go for your Tri-Gate Wizard. So, I mean, there's so many different plays you can do with this. That's just one kind of test hand that you can do with this. I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit more of the test hands. That's just a few different combos that you can do. That's, like, from that hand you could do so many different plays if you really wanted to. I mean, of course, the first play doesn't resolve in you using Soul Charge, and you can bring out a powerful monster, but I mean, it just depends on what you want to be bringing out. But anyway, let's go into this second hand. This is just a second test hand kind of thing. Let's see if we get something a little bit better. This time I'm actually going to choose to go first, and then maybe with the last one I go second again. So With the first one, we gain Mathematician, Storming, Boot, Stack, Reviver, and Gold Sarcophagus. So there are a few plays we can actually do with this. So we could go Gold Sarcophagus, send... If we really wanted to, we could banish the Lord. That allows us to special summon Stack. That's just one play. I mean, we could also go E-Code, but we're going to... Actually, yeah, let's go the E-Code play. I mean, we could always do Stack, but this is actually... I'm just going to show you guys this play first, and then I'm going to do the other play that I'm thinking of after this, and then I might do one last play of me going second. So, I mean, we've got Balance Lord. That allows us to special summon Stack. Then we'll normal summon the Mathematician. Mathematician, you could either send Dot, and this time we're actually going to go Dot. I don't want to risk it for the Glow Up Bulb again. Just go for Dot. I mean, it's pretty nice. So let's just go for Dot. Dot's effect activates, special summons it back. So right now we've got 3 cards on the field. We could go Dot and Scaper. That allows us to go for Binary. Reviver's effect, special summons back Dot. Use Dot, Scaper, and Binary. And go right for the Encode Talker. Then you could set that last card face down if you really wanted to. Now for the other play that I was thinking of this deck, this is what I'll show you guys right now. I mean, there's so many different plays you can do with this deck. So we had Reviver, Gold, Mathematician, Boot, and Storming Mirror Force in our hand. So this is the other combo that you can do with this setup. Okay, so as I was saying with this other combo, you've got these 5 cards in your hand. As I said, you know, you got Boot, you got Storming, you got Mathematician, you got Reviver, and you got that Gold Sarcophagus. So the first thing, you know, just set that face down. We're not going to be using that anyway, so that's just next turn protection anyway. But then you can activate your Gold Sarcophagus, go for that play right there, you know, banish your... You want to be banishing, like, there's so many different ones that you can banish, but I'm personally going to be banishing the... Just a moment. I'm going to be banishing the Dot this time. So that's now Dot in the graveyard. Then I'm going to be normal summoning Mathematician. I mean, this is without even using these 2 cards. So you could save these cards for next turn if you really wanted, you know, you think, okay, I want to be a little bit safer, so I want to save these 2 cards. So this is just the lower strategy kind of thing. But I mean, summoning Mathematician, also you get Dot back because of gold. Summoning Mathematician, you want to send Glow Up Bulb to the grave. And that just opens you up to a few different plays. So you send Glow Up Bulb to the grave, use Glow Up Bulb's effect, mill the top, doesn't really matter what it is. It's Secretary, so who cares. Then use Mathematician, Glow Up Bulb, and Dot Scaper. You know, you've got these 3 cards on the field. Use both of these to go right into your binary. Use both of these to go right into your Binary Sorceress. Then you send this as well as Binary Sorceress to go right into your Encode. So that's just a little bit different. I mean, you didn't get so many powerhouses, it's just a different way to do it. And next turn you've always got these 2 cards in your hand. So it's pretty much the same way. Like, no matter what, you're going to be bringing out that Encode Talker, which is just absolutely amazing. You've always got that protection of Storming Mirror Force. And hell, why not? Let's just see what next turn would behold. So we draw, we got that backup Secretary. So we normal summon that Stack Reviver. You special summon your Staggered. You get to special summon your Secretary. Use both of these to go into a Binary Sorceress. Reviver special summons back Secretary. Use both of these to go into your Tri-Gate Wizard. So, you know, that's just even more power right there. You've got so much more power, and that's just me being really quick. I mean, if you thought about it a lot more, you can easily think about it and think about all the different combos, but that's just me being really quick and just showing you guys, like, this is the potential the deck can pull off just as a budget, which is just absolutely amazing. I love when they do these structure decks that can really help us out. and is always really useful. So without further ado, let's go on to this last test hand. Now this time I am going to be picking myself to go second. So let's hope that I actually do get something even more better. Like, I really want to show you guys the incredible combos that you can do with this deck, just away from the kind of stuff that I've already shown. So let's hope I do get something absolutely incredible. And without further ado, let's just get right into this, shall we? Sorry, my phone cut out there. It started to die a little bit, but let's just see what the next 6 cards that we're getting are. And there are so many different combos that you can do with this deck, and this is actually a hand I really like. Okay, so I got that double Jester, which I love seeing, that Stack Reviver, the Balancer Lord, the Backup Secretary, and that one boot. So let's just get on to the different combos, and I'm going to try to run this through really quickly. I mean, if you guys want me to go more in depth in these combos, or you want me to do a whole combo video just dedicated to this deck, or any deck I've made, feel free to comment down below. If you just need help, just comment down below, of course. As always, I'm happy to help you. So the first thing we do is we summon that Balancer Lord. Balancer Lord, because he's normal summon, we get to special summon Boot. Now we're going to use Lord's Effect right away. We're going to pay that 1,000, and then we're going to do the normal additional summon of Stack Reviver. Then we're going to special summon Secretary, and then we're going to special summon Jester, because Jester is just absolutely amazing. So right there, we've already got all these cards on the field, which is just lovely to see. I mean, this is just me doing it really quickly. This is because I'm not dueling against anyone, so I'm not risking anything in particular. But I mean, this is just some things we can do. So we use Stack Reviver and Lord, go straight into our, as well as Secretary. We use those 3 and go straight into Encode. Then Stack Reviver's effect, special summons Lord back. We use Lord in Conflict, special summon our Binary. Then we special summon the Jester. So that's just absolutely lovely right there. So we've got different plays that we can do, but this is just a quick, easy rundown. So we use Staggered and we use Jester, and we could go even for another Binary Sorceress, or let's just go for it, you know, that Trigate Wizard. Just by using Binary Sorceress and Conflict, we've got 3 powerhouse cards right there, and his effect of just being able to power up that card even more. I mean, even from that, you could see so many different combos. I mean, I could have waited and use Jester Conflict and go for Binary Sorceress first, and then even have a better play. So let's see how that would have turned out if I went that way. So as I was saying, if I went the other way of, like, I've still got these 6 cards and I went that other way, you know, I can still go Balancer Lord. Of course I'm going to use that to summon him. Special summons my Boot. Use Balancer Lord's effect to do that additional summon of bringing out Reviver. Then I can go, you know, I'm going to special summon Conflict, and I'm going to special summon Secretary. Then I'm going to use Conflict and Secretary to go straight for my Binary Sorceress. Then, from there, I'm just going to be using the Stack Reviver and the Binary Sorceress, go for both of them, and that allows me to go right into Encode. This way, I'm now going for my, right away, the Backup Secretary. Now that I've got Backup Secretary, I can go both of these 2, go right into my Binary Sorceress again, special summon the Jester. I mean, either way, you could bring out both of these cards of just that field right there. No matter what, that's the field you're going to be bringing out. That's just absolutely great. I mean, there's so many different ways you can get to this build. I mean, if I wait a little bit more, I can bring up all 3 cards if I really wanted to, but that's just a quick and fun build that you can do with this deck. I mean, if you did enjoy this deck profile and did enjoy these fun combo videos towards the end of this deck profile, and you want me to do this more often when I do the in real life deck profiles, make sure to comment down below that that's what you guys want to see happen. And of course, as always, if there's any other decks, tips, or just anything in general you would like me to make or help you with, feel free to comment down below, because as always, I am happy to help you, and you can chat with me on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and of course, I'm happy to get back to you guys as quick as I can. I try to keep in contact with all of you guys. That's just what I love doing. So, I mean, if you want to keep in contact with me, just chat with me on any of them devices, feel free to do so, and I'll be happy to help you guys, because as I said, that's just what I'm here to do. And if you did enjoy this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And until the next video, I do hope that you do enjoy dueling and have fun in general. And of course, till then, until the next one, that of course ends it for me, the Joker.